Hi everybody, thank you for joining me again. I'm Michael Ashby, After Sales Associate here at Twin City Luxury Auto, your home for certified Maserati and Bentley sales and service. I'm here today to walk you through the 2012 Bentley Mulsanne in Mulliner driving specification that we have here on our show floor. Let's start with the inside. Alright, so here we find ourselves on the inside of the Bentley Mulsanne. The first thing you're going to notice about a car with this caliber is going to be the smell and the feel of all the surfaces that you can see and feel. This vehicle is finished with 14 leather hides covering everything from the headliner, armrest, dash, glove box, and of course the steering wheel, which is hand stitched. It actually takes one person 8 hours just to stitch the steering wheel itself on a car like this. So as you sit here and you're taking a look at the gauge cluster and the steering wheel here, you'll notice that there are centrally mounted paddle shifts that operate the 8-speed automatic gearbox. On this particular Mulsanne, they have the hand finished on the back, part of the Mulliner driving specification. These are actually knurled by hand in crew. Okay, let's go ahead and power up the Mulsanne. I'll give you an idea of what happens with the first touch of the keyless start button we have here. One of the first things you'll notice is the 8-inch high definition screen. Now this is going to be where you're going to find your navigation settings, your radio, all of the necessary information. Your vehicle settings are going to be stored there as well. As we travel down, we've got a dedicated drawer here. Now this is where your iPod, your iPhone, direct connect, specially designed just for that. Got the air conditioning controls here. A little bit different from previous generations, a lot more intuitive for the driver. So there we have the various settings for the air conditioning, all the way from heater controls to the seat cooling and warming settings at different speeds. We'll move down to what essentially is the main panel for the vehicle. We have your settings for the radio itself. We can tune manually or seek. We have your telephone functions here. You can pair your Bluetooth enabled phone, send and receive calls using the buttons on the steering wheel. We have our individual car settings that'll show you the tire pressures, any other pertinent information, and the status of all the vehicle systems. We also have the ability in the Mulsanne to receive current traffic reports in your area. It makes navigating the hustle and bustle of daily life just that little bit easier. So moving down the center console some more, here of course is the nerve center, where you're going to control all the functions of the drivability of your Bentley. We'll start here in the lower left corner. This area here, this will basically change the attitude of the vehicle. You have 4 settings: comfort, Bentley Preferred, Sport, and Custom. And then moving across to the right side here, we see we have the button for the anti-slip system, park distance control, and of course the Bentley standard engine start-stop function, which is standard on all Bentley models. So here we are on the back seat of the Bentley Mulsanne. You can see right away, incredibly spacious, as you would expect a big executive sedan to be. In the back of this one, we do have the veneered tray tables. There's actually 100 different components to go into the building of these tables themselves. We have some storage compartment up front with a cigar lighter here. And you can see the aviation theme that Bentley has extends all the way to the back with the drawer pull ventilation controls. We'll move to the center here. The full center console here is going to offer the rear seat passenger all the controls for the ventilation and the seat position itself at their fingertips. For those so inclined, you also have the full vanity mirrors. You can also see that these do have the powered shades on this particular Mulsanne. Onetouch, for just that little extra measure of privacy. And then you'll also see we do have the chrome banding and the Bentley wings molded into the hand veneered wood trim on this particular model. And one of the other features of the Bentley Mulsanne, all 4 doors are equipped with a soft close feature. When the door is pulled to, it'll automatically close itself as tight as required. And now let's step to the outside and we'll go over some of the exterior styling and performance aspects of the stunning 2012 Bentley Mulsanne. So as we move to the front of the car, obviously we have the gorgeous smoke effect matrix grille. Harkens back to the 1930s Bentleys. Used to race at Le Mans. The headlamp design is actually very reminiscent of the old Bentley blowers that used to have 2 driving lights on the front. Let's go ahead and open the hood on the Mulsanne. Right away you're going to notice that Bentley's got this vehicle fitted with their 6 3/4 liter twin-turbo V8 engine. It produces 505 brake horsepower and an astounding 752 foot-pounds of torque. Being a big Bentley in their big Bentley tradition, this vehicle is rear-wheel drive. Looking at the front here, you also see the name of Peter Armstrong. Now Mr. Armstrong here is actually the person that did the final diagnostic run on this engine. So with this much power and a design such as this, it's easy to see why Bentley chose the name Mulsanne for their new big car. Mulsanne is the town at the end of the longest straight at the Le Mans racetrack in France. Typically, prototype race cars are hitting well over 200 miles an hour at the end of that straight as they go down. The straight itself is the Mulsanne straight into the Mulsanne corner, and right there on the corner is where you'll see the outskirts of the town. Bentley thought it was appropriate, since they had won that Le Mans race so many times towards the end of the 1920s, that they would tie themselves back in with that track. So as you can see, behind this door handle, you've got the hand-knurled finish. That's part of the Bentley Mulliner drive-in specification optioned up on this vehicle. And just like some of the other interior trim pieces that has that, that's a feature that is done entirely by hand in the crew workshops. So as we move to the rear of the Mulsanne, right away you can see the rear-facing camera there. That'll be projected onto that 8-inch high-definition screen. Now let's go ahead and open the boot here with the soft Onetouch. And there we have it, fully lined with the same carpeting that's used throughout the vehicle. And of course, standard equipment is going to be an umbrella for those stormy British days. Vehicle's equipped with the Onetouch interior close, and as it closes down, you'll be able to see the soft full close feature. So there we have it, the stunning 2012 Bentley Mulsanne here at Twin City Luxury Auto. I hope you enjoyed the presentation today, and I appreciate you taking time to watch it. If you have any further questions or inquiries, you can reach us at the following phone number. Thank you.